Your friendly neighborhood YouTuber is rated PG-13. Parental advisory, explicit content. Viewer discretion is advised. Oh yes, this is going to be epic. Hey, what's up everyone? It's your friendly neighborhood YouTuber, and here we go, ladies and gents. Okay, we are back here with another epic countdown. Now, I was going to do the top 19 Marvel Legends of 2019, but it was just too hard, man, to put all these figures in the top 19. So essentially what you're looking at, guys, is essentially figures that didn't quite make the top 10. These are the kind of the honorable mentions right here. And the top 10, I'm going to give you guys a heads up. There are no Build-A-Figures in the top 10, not because I'm not like your regular reviewer who says, oh, there's not going to be no Build-A-Figures in my top 10. There just wasn't that many great Build-A-Figures this year, other than these two right here, Wendigo and Caliban, which I think are awesome Build-A-Figures, man. I highly, highly recommend those pieces. And also what's not going to be in the countdown is there's not going to be a repaint. So if you guys are looking at the obvious over here, Juggernaut, which was an awesome Juggernaut, but essentially he was just kind of a repaint, a redo of the Build-A-Figure. That's one of the main reasons why he's not in this countdown. Same thing with the Hela over here, guys. A Hela from the 2-pack Scourge was an awesome figure, but she was a repaint. As you can see, there's a lot of amazing, great figures, guys, that are not in the top 10 right here. These are just kind of the honorable mentions. The Cyclops is not in the top 10 essentially because he's a repaint. They just threw a coat on him. Really like that Scourge, was really awesome. That Magneto was really awesome. Havoc was really awesome. Skullbuster was one of my favorites, and then this X-Force Wolverine was an awesome figure as well as the Weapon X over here too. Now, if you're looking at Colossus over here, you're like, wait a minute, how come this Colossus didn't make your top 10? Well, I'll give you one good reason. It's because Marvel Select did this figure 9 years ago, almost 10 years ago, and they did it better. So when I got this Colossus, I wasn't too overjoyed. I was glad to have a Colossus in my Marvel Legends collection. But Marvel Select, they did it. They did this 9 years ago, almost 10 years ago, guys. So that's one of the reasons why this Colossus is not in my two-pack, is not in my top 10, guys. Of course, he came with a 2-pack of Juggernaut over here. It's an awesome 2-pack. I highly recommend this 2-pack. That Juggernaut is awesome. And this Colossus is very awesome. But like I said, I wouldn't feel right putting him in the top 10. Now, with that being said, Colossus is well, there are a lot of X-Men in my top 10, guys. Mostly a lot of X-Men in my top 10. Most of them are X-Men figures because they killed it, man. Hasbro killed it with the X-Men figures, man. Hasbro was the toy company of 2019. They killed it with not only Marvel Legends, but they killed it with Star Wars. They killed it with Transformers. They absolutely freaking killed it, man. So, yeah, I'll give you a heads up. There's no Build-A-Figures in my top 10. There's a lot of X-Men in my top 10, but the number one figure is not an X-Men. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and break into the top 10. Let's get this countdown started, and I hope you guys like my little runners up here. You can say this is, the top 10 after. This is the 11 through 20 or 30, how many other figures I got here. This Deathlock, of course, is a repaint, but I still love him. That's why he's there as an honorable mention. Okay guys, let's get this countdown started. Alright guys, here we are, number 10. We've broken into the top 10 with a figure that really took me by surprise. I didn't think I would like this figure. I really like this Iron Man, and of course, it's probably the last Iron Man that we'll see I have no idea. Nobody really ever dies in the MCU, but this Iron Man, they just took it to a whole nother level. Of course, this is Mark 85 from the Dude Build-A-Figure wave, Dude Build-A-Figure wave, Dude Thor, Fat Thor, Lebowski Thor, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, he was a figure that took me by surprise. But I like this Iron Man. The detail on this Iron Man is really, really nicely done. And I do believe Iron Man should make the countdown. Especially, he should be in your top 10, man. I definitely do believe this Iron Man is definitely worth it. He's an awesome, awesome Iron Man. Don't sleep on this Iron Man. Awesome, awesome figure. And speaking of Iron Man, we've got Iron Patriot at number 9. You're like, what? Number 9? Yeah, man. I really, really like this Iron Patriot. Awesome figure, awesome detail. My only gripes, I said this when I was reviewing the figure. If you guys want to watch the full length review of this figure, check it out. It's on my channel. My only gripe is I do wish he had the metallic silver and metallic red. But this figure is highly, highly detailed nonetheless. It's a big figure. You get what you paid for with this figure. I really, really like the overall look and detail. And being that we have this Iron Patriot, I mean, you can say this is going to be kind of like a double review, because this War Machine Patriot, I definitely like this War Machine Patriot, guys. A lot of people slept on this War Machine Patriot, but I definitely would have to include him with this Iron Patriot. I guess you can kind of call it a double review. Or if you want to get crazy, we can put a triple review and put the War Machine Punisher in there as well at number 9 with Iron Patriot. Even though I think Iron Patriot is the definitive winner out of all these war machines that we got this year. And one of the main reasons why I didn't like this War Machine Punisher, he's awesome, don't get me wrong, he's just a small figure, and he's not packing like this guy right here. And a lot of people slept on this one from the Smart Hulk Build-A-Figure wave, but he's an awesome, awesome War Machine. But I think Iron Patriot, with his buddies back here, I think stands at the number 9 spot. I had to find some way to include War Machine Punisher, man, because a lot of people are probably going to jump on me. Hey, you didn't include the War Machine Punisher. Well, I'll combine them. I know I'm cheating a little bit, but I feel like I didn't want to include him in the countdown. He's kind of these two are kind of honorable mentions, but I just wanted to include him with the War Machine because essentially it's the same damn figure. So that's why he stands at number 9. All right, let's get to number 7, guys. Excuse me, number 8. I kind of lost track. Okay, so number 8 is your classic Nightcrawler. This is the Nightcrawler that we were all looking for. He doesn't really have a bendy tail. It just kind of swivels, but if you put it near heat or you warm it up, you can get it to bend a little bit. So, but I really, really like this Nightcrawler. He comes with interchangeable heads. And, yeah, man, he's just classic Nightcrawler. They did an amazing job. He's the perfect Nightcrawler. So here's Nightcrawler at number 8. Another X-Men we have is another X-Men that I didn't think I would like. Took me by surprise. Is this Gambit at number 7. Lucky number 7. I didn't think I would like this, but he's grown on me. I still think the Marvel Select version of Gambit is a little bit better, guys. A little bit better. I do like this Gambit, don't get me wrong. He is a nice figure. I don't really like the overall face sculpt because his eyes look too far apart. And I feel like they could have done better. And I feel like the trench coat is a little bit too dark. I felt like it could have been like a lighter brown. Because this dark brown coat just kind of takes away the color from this Gambit. You know what I mean? Even though it does match his hair. I just wish there was more lighter brown in his hair and lighter brown on his coat. So that was my only gripe with this Gambit. But he's an awesome figure nonetheless. So there's Gambit at number 7. Number 6. Classic Storm. Yeah, man. This is the Storm we were all looking for. Throwback to the Toy Biz days. Throwback to the cartoon, the comic book, however you want to put it. Amazing, amazing Storm, I highly, highly recommend this piece. They did an amazing job with this Storm. And yeah, there's nothing more to say, man. Beautiful job. Let's get to, where am I at? Number 5. Okay, we're breaking into the top 5, guys. Here we go. All right, number 5 is going to be kind of a surprise to people. But I really, really love this figure, guys. Mr. Sinister at number 5. He's the perfect figure, man. Perfect villain. Awesome, awesome figure. He's the right size. Amazing detail. The cape, they did an amazing job with this cape. The overall face sculpt, the head sculpt, the collar, the chest, the arms, the boots, the body. Everything about this Sinister, they did it. It's on point, man. They did an amazing job with this Mr. Sinister. One of the most detailed, highly sculpted villains that we've gotten. He reminds me so much of the classic Omega Red that I did last year, that I reviewed last year. He just has that nostalgic feel to him, and I really, really love this Mr. Sinister, and that's why he's at number 5. So number 4 is going to be a little bit of a surprise to you guys as well. You probably think this one is going to be number 1, but he's not. Beast is at number 4. Yeah, I know what you guys are thinking. You're like, what? Well, one of the main reasons why a lot of people, of course, complained about the face sculpt. They wanted him with a more calmer face and with the glasses. I seen people do customs of that with this Beast. He's an awesome, awesome Beast figure. He's right out of the comic book. Beautiful blue, beautiful texture, blue fur. Everything about him is perfect, man. Perfect. Perfection. I really, really like this Beast. One of Hasbro's best designs. But there are 3 more figures better than Beast. I know what you're thinking. You're like, what? What? Yeah, guys. Okay, so let's get into the top 3. Top 3 will be Professor Xavier, man. I think this Professor Xavier, they knocked this guy out the park. He is perfection. He's right out of the comic books. He's right out of the animated series. They did an amazing job with this Professor X, man. There is nothing wrong with this figure. He is perfection. He's like Mr. Sinister over here. He's perfection, man. There's nothing wrong with this figure. You can take him out of his chair. You can get him to stand up. The face sculpt is uncanny, hence Uncanny X-Men. The design overall, the chair overall, the effects overall, everything about this figure is brilliant. It's a brilliant piece. It's an awesome piece to add to your X-Men collection. I highly, highly, highly recommend this piece, and that's why he's at number 3. Number 2, guys, you guys are going to be very, 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 very surprised. And I was very surprised as well. Number 2, guys, is Jubilee. I know what you're thinking. You're like, what? What? This Jubilee figure, man, is awesome. They did an amazing job. It's right out of the X-Men cartoons. It's right out of the comic books, man. It's perfection. They got this character down pat. She's perfection. She comes with an interchangeable head sculpt. It's just something about this Jubilee, man. It's just really, really awesome. And because they did such an amazing job, that's why I put her at number 2. I mean, if you wanted to, Professor, you can interchange Professor X and Jubilee at the number 2, number 3 spot if you want to, guys. You could put Professor X before Jubilee if you want to. But both of these figures are done brilliantly. There's nothing wrong with these figures, and that's why I love these figures, guys. So Jubilee at number 2. You guys may not agree with me on that one, but I just think she's just done brilliantly, man. She is done nicely, dude. I can't believe I put her at number 2 myself, man. I'm shocked myself. Okay, here we go, guys. What you've all been waiting for. What we've all been waiting for. Number 1, can you guess what it is? Can you guess what it is? I think you guys already may know. Number 1, Hulk. That's right, man. Hulk at number 1. This guy is the perfect Hulk. He's the perfect design. This, of course, he's from the 2-pack with Wolverine. The first 80 years. This guy is freaking awesome, man. I don't think it gets much better than Marvel Legends is concerned. They did an amazing job with this Marvel Legends Hulk. They did an amazing job. The detail, the sculpt look, the face, everything about this guy is brilliant. And if you want to, you can include the SDC Hulk with this guy, because essentially they're the same guy. They're the same body sculpt. And of course, if you want to put this guy right here, Grey Hulk with this one as well, essentially because they're the same figure, they're the same thing, they're the same body sculpt. So that's one of the reasons why I included Grey Hulk with this Green Hulk. But I still think this Green Hulk has a slight edge over this Grey Hulk right here, man. But this Hulk right here is the perfect Hulk, man. This is the best Hulk, in my opinion, that Marvel Legends created. They did an amazing job with this Hulk. He is at number 1, even though in the Avengers he didn't play such a big part. He kind of sucked, but Marvel Legends made up for it with this classic Hulk, man. He is at number 1, guys. Number 1 of the year. The best Marvel Legend, in my opinion, of the year. You have the Incredible Hulk from the 2-pack. Like I said, you can include the SDC version as well, which I don't have, which I'm probably not going to pick up because essentially it's the same damn figure, just a different color and different head sculpt. And you can throw in this guy as well too. But the number 1 slot goes to the Incredible Hulk. So there was my top 5 right here, guys. Let me know what you think. We went from the smallest, probably the smallest Marvel Legend at number 2 to the biggest Marvel Legend at number 1. So here was my top 5, guys. Let me know what you think of my countdown. Let me know what you think of the figures that I chose. Did I get it right? Do you guys like my countdown? Do you feel like I left any of the figures out, Marvel Legend figures out this year? Let me know why. I do. There were some figures that I didn't get that I really liked. Like I did like the Spider-Man Spider-Verse, but I felt like he would be one of the honorable mentions. It was a figure I didn't pick up, but I really liked. So a lot of you guys are probably going to say, hey, what about the Spider-Man Spider-Verse? Yeah, he was a good figure. He was definitely an honorable mention. But right here, this is my top 5, guys. Bunch of X-Men. We got 3 X-Men, X-Men villain. But the number 1 spot goes to one of the Avengers, the Incredible Hulk. Beautiful, beautiful piece. Tell me what you guys think of this countdown. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Leave positive energy, positive vibes. Don't leave no dick comments. If you're going to dislike this video, don't leave a comment. Don't be a dick. So we'll leave it at that, guys. Like I said, if you like this video, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you want to receive more cool, awesome, epic countdowns like this. And there you guys have it. There was my top 19 Marvel Legends of 2019. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll leave it at that. I just want to thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next review. Bye! Oh yes, this is going to be epic.